7 years after a woman was sexually assaulted in St. Petersburg, a breakthrough comes in the case, and it has landed a man behind bars. Investigators say they matched his DNA to evidence collected from the crime back in 2017. But that DNA match might not have come if not for a Florida law. Fox 13's Kylie Jones explains.
This case was solved in part because of a DNA database that stores years worth of evidence and because Florida law now requires suspects in certain crimes to submit a DNA sample. One hit in a database could be the breakthrough a case needs.
We were notified within the last month or two that the subject had been arrested for a separate charge, a drug charge.
7 years later, that suspect is being linked to a 2017 sexual assault case in St. Pete, all through a DNA sample.
If somebody commits a crime and they leave behind a profile, whether it be blood, semen, or another aspect, essentially touch DNA was another one, they're able to link those individuals back if they entered the system.
St. Pete police say in 2017, a woman was sexually assaulted. Police say the suspect came from behind and knocked the victim unconscious before sexually assaulting her and running off. Police collected DNA evidence at the time and entered it into the Combined DNA Index System, known as CODIS. It wasn't until April they got a match.
This is a little bit different because a lot of times we find it where we enter a case and we then get a DNA hit on the case where it was recently added to the system. This one was a profile was created in 2017, shortly after the rape occurred, and it just sat there until a DNA hit was able to be obtained.
Assistant Chief Mike Kovacev says that hit came from 67-year-old David Person. Person was arrested on an unrelated drug charge. Florida law now requires suspects arrested for or convicted of a felony and certain misdemeanors to provide a DNA sample. Kovacev says Person's DNA went into CODIS and finally put an identity to that DNA profile made in 2017, ultimately solving that case.
Had the individual not had that drug arrest, or had it not been mandated to provide that, this case would have remained unsolved until such time something would happen, or maybe never.
According to the FDLE, as of March, there are more than 1.7 million profiles in CODIS, and there have been more than 77,000 hits. In St. Pete, Kylie Jones, Fox 13 News.